Hey friends, I'm Shannon Kinney-Duh, creator of A Free Spirit Life. And I am a holistic life and creativity coach, an intuitive spiritual mentor, artist, writer, and teacher. And I am so glad you're finding this channel and this video today because I am going to do something fun. This is a shout out to my friend Krista, who gave me this idea. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a while is I want to share more of my cards with you. I created an affirmation deck. It's called Your True Nature. You can see it there. And I'll leave the link below to explain more about the process and if you're interested in a deck. But I poured my heart into creating this because I love picking daily questions for reflection. You know, we are all going through massive change right now in our personal lives, in our world. It's all connected. And I'm sure if you're finding these words, you're feeling it. So having a daily reminder, something to reflect on, something to help us as a tool to ground, to connect with our heart, to listen so that we can make a decision connected to our intuition on where to go next, what to do, who are we? Who are we now? Who are we becoming? And, you know, self-discovery, I think it's a lifelong practice, and I think it's a sacred practice. So this deck of cards is like your companion on your sacred self-discovery journey. It's also a way to empower you and help you step fully into your own power and spark creativity. Creativity is the gateway to your intuition. What I'm going to do today, though, is I am going to take this deck of cards and shuffle, and we're going to pick 3 cards. And I want you to take a moment right now and tune in, maybe close your eyes. And as you get ready, unless you're driving, and if you're driving, then you wouldn't be watching this video anyways. So be safe. Tune in and pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. And let's go through these cards together and see what the message is for you today. All right. So I haven't looked at these cards yet. And what I know from loving all types of decks and contemplative questions and affirmations that you'll probably find a message in each one of these. But it's also really good practice to tune into your intuition to pick a number. So for those of you who picked number 1, this is your card. I boldly and confidently communicate my needs, ideas, and voice. That's a good one. So the way that I created this deck is I did it through the nature elements and the colors that relate to every energy center. So the blue around this card is associated with the throat center. The throat is all about speaking our truth, expressing our authentic self, sharing what's on our heart and in our mind. And it's also expression and manifestation, like taking something that you're thinking of or reflecting on or needing to say and bringing it to form through your voice. And sometimes we are afraid to share our true selves. We have had experiences in the past that made us shrink down or get small. But you, if you picked number 1, are being asked to boldly and confidently practice communicating your needs, your ideas, and your voice. So let's take the guidebook. I have 111 pages in this guidebook, and I have 44 cards. So every card has an explanation that just gets you a little bit further into thinking about what the message is of the card. This card is about expression. My voice is a sacred instrument, a reflection of my soul. I trust its power, knowing that my words are both impactful and meaningful. As I speak my truth, I release past fears and open up to the freedom of authentic expression. Each word I share is an act of creation, a bridge connecting me with the world. My voice is my unique sound and my tool for creation. By fully unleashing my expression, I celebrate its transformative energy and welcome exciting change into my life. The question for reflection is, how can you use your voice to set intentions or create something meaningful today? I love this card as I'm clearing my voice. All of us are learning how to be our true selves and what that really looks like and who we are. We're remembering who we truly are. That is the nature of life. That is the nature of this evolution and change we're going through. You can see the world around you is changing. There are systems that no longer serve us, that are crumbling. There are new things ready to be born. As I'm recording this, this is the first day of spring in 2025, and it's just such a beautiful, symbolic time of moving from the depths of winter, of moving into this new season. And maybe you're living in another part of the world where you're moving now into autumn. But that beautiful time of a season change gives us the time to look at our own life and really reflect. What did I learn from this past season? What am I learning from this season now that I'm in my life? And for every one of us, the message will be different. And we could all use reminders on how to use our voice in an authentic way, how to speak our truth, how to speak up for ourselves or for someone else who maybe doesn't have a voice. We are being called to step into our power in a bigger and bolder way. And for you, that might be positive self-talk. You know, we are critical of ourselves and we have a lot of negative thoughts that tend to turn on ourselves. So for you, you might start practicing speaking more kindly to yourself. Maybe you are wanting to create in some way and express yourself through singing or poetry or creation in some way. Listen to that. Honor that. You are being asked to boldly and confidently communicate your needs, your ideas, and your voice. That might be setting healthy boundaries with someone you're in relationship with. That might be speaking up to a boss. That might be really coming to terms with a job that you have and making changes and speaking that and bringing that into form. So, for those of you who picked card number 1, let me know in the comments, does this speak to you? I'd love to hear from you. And I'd love to hear how you're going to set intentions today to speak what you need to into form. And what I loved about this in the book, there was something that really stood out to me. Let me find it. Each word I share is an act of creation, a bridge connecting me with the world. This is your time to not stay silent anymore. This is your time to not be small. This is your time to step outside of the box, learn how you want to express yourself in an authentic way, and do that and be that in the world. So let me know how that goes for you and if this resonates with you. Okay, for those of you who picked card number 2, with a thankful heart, I attract blessings into my life and I generously give and receive love. Wow. So the green around the card shows that this is for the heart center. This is all about giving and receiving love. You know, the changes that we're experiencing in this life right now are really asking us to stop letting our mind lead the way in life. That's how we've been taught. We've been taught to be very linear and logical and think our way through things and through life. And yet, the shifts that we're experiencing right now in the world are really calling us to look within and are calling us to reconnect to our heart. Our heart is here to be our inner compass. It is our guide. It is our greatest teacher. And so the more that we can tune in and connect with the heart, the more we can let it lead the way in life. The mind is an amazing tool. We need both, but it is not the best leader when it comes to making big life decisions. The mind processes information, it collects data, it helps us download ideas and use our imagination, but it truly is the heart that is here to be our compass. And when you start learning how to let the heart lead the way, everything in your life changes for the better. So I see my computer needs to be plugged in here. The thing about the heart, though, and how to connect with the heart, one of the tools and what this card is reminding us of is gratitude. Sometimes it's hard to tune in with the heart. We have had a lot of hurt in our life. We have had a lot of experiences that make us feel heavy in the heart. Grief can be held here. We can feel scared to lead with the heart. And so one of the practices, and what this card is saying, is tune into gratitude. When you start to pay attention to gratitude, you can feel the heart center, and then you can start to feel it expand. And then you can start to feel that love grow in every cell of your body, in your aura, in how you communicate to the world. So gratitude is a powerful tool. You can do it anytime when you're starting to feel yourself dip down, when you're going to bed at night. You can start with just being grateful for your breath. So this card is really asking you, what are you grateful for in this moment? And can you feel that in the heart center? Getting to the guidebook, let's look at card 22 and see what the card of gratitude is telling us. I am deeply grateful for the gift of life. With each breath, I honor the beauty that surrounds me, the warmth of the sun, the sound of the breeze, and the fresh scent of the flowers. I take time to notice the ordinary moments, appreciating both the simple and significant gifts in my life. Gratitude shifts my perspective, revealing the wonder in each moment. I love that word, wonder, in each moment. As I live in a state of appreciation, my heart opens wide, allowing me to give and receive love freely. Through this practice, I attract blessings into my life, and I honor the gift of simply being me. Take a walk and list 5 things you see, hear, or smell that spark gratitude. How do they shift your mood? Wow, I love that, because nature is a huge healing tool for me. When I get to nature, it's a huge reset. When I'm not feeling grateful, it definitely gets me in the grateful mode. And since we talked about the change in seasons, whether you're stepping into autumn or spring, it's a beautiful time to get out in nature and walk and see. I can see these daffodils that are starting to open up. We're at the very beginning stages, and it does put you in a state of wonder and awe when you see these things that have been in the ground and under the snow, and they just know this is their time to bloom. There's something really symbolic and beautiful about that we can see ourselves reflected in nature. This card number 2 is telling you it is time for you and your new beginnings to bloom as well. Okay, my friends, if you picked card number 3, this is your card today. My words carry the power to resonate, connect, and inspire others. Wow, and this is blue. So we're going back to the throat center. So there is something very connected with these cards today. Connecting with the heart and speaking from our hearts. I love that. I love when that happens. So for card number 3 today, or for anyone who's listening, we're all being called to remember the power of your words. I created this deck for many, many reasons, but one of the things that I have always loved is words. I love the power behind words. I love to think of words as frequency. Words carry energy. So In my early days, when I first learned yoga, that's when I learned something very life-altering for me, which was I am not my thoughts. What? I thought I was my thoughts that thought I wasn't good enough, I wasn't an artist, I wasn't creative, I didn't have a purpose, I didn't matter. Those were my thoughts in my early life. We know the vibration of those thoughts just by hearing me say that. I'm not good enough. Whew, heavy, hard. It's what we've really been taught through conditioning, that we're never enough. When you remember that you are not your thoughts, you start to remember then, who are you as the observer of those thoughts? Who are you truly? And where did you learn those thoughts that said you weren't good enough? Where did those come from? Ask yourself the next time you catch yourself saying a negative thought like, I'm not good enough. I'm too old for ... I'm not as talented as her. I'm not creative. All the things that we tell ourselves. Stop yourself and say, nope, I don't need to think that thought anymore. And observe it with gentleness and no judgment. Wow, isn't that interesting? When I see somebody living a life that I am dreaming of, and I start to feel really bad about myself. Isn't that interesting? And use that as an opportunity to just learn and to grow and to be gentle with yourself. Your words do carry power, and what you say and how you say it matters. And it starts with the words that you think and say to yourself. Back in my yoga days, we were taught nonviolence, ahimsa, which means, and it starts with your words, having nonviolence with your words for yourself, the words you think, the words that you think about another person, and the words that you say or speak. And I find that to be so powerful. So we're really being called with our words to be gentle with ourselves, to be kind with our words, and to release judgment of ourselves. And when you do that, you release judgment of others. You notice that you're kinder to yourself. You are also kinder to others. You have more and greater compassion for other people. So really think about the words that you use and the words you say to yourself, the words that gets, sparked into judgment, and what the frequency or the energy is behind those words. So in the guidebook, this is card 30. And the theme of this card is called power. I recognize the profound influence of my words and thoughts, knowing they shape my reality. With each choice of language, I create an uplifting space that fosters deeper understanding and connection. When I speak with intention and kindness, I honor myself and elevate the energy around me. In times of doubt or confusion, I listen to my inner voice. I remind myself that true power lies within me, and when I believe in myself, anything is possible. Through the magic of my words, I positively influence the world around me in meaningful ways. Question for you. How do my words reflect the energy I wish to create in my life? When I used to repeat, I'm not good enough, or I'm not an artist, or I'm not creative, everything that I was basically saying, the universe was reflecting back to me to show me how I felt not good enough, to show me how I struggled as an artist or a creator. When I learned that I was not those thoughts, I could change my thoughts. And in changing my thoughts, I changed the way I felt, and I changed the vibration that I put out into the world. And I started to remember who I truly am, that I am good enough, that I am good And enough, I take the good out of it. I am enough just for being who I am, just for existing. And that is the same with you. I am an artist. I am a creator, and my life is my art. And that is the same for you. We are on a journey of sacred self-discovery. We are on a journey of empowered creativity. We are on a journey of igniting and remembering our inner magic. You are magic, I am magic, and we are going to continue to share our magic together. That's what this is all about. That is what your true nature is. Returning to your true nature is returning to the truest essence of you, your authentic, empowered, creative, abundant, peaceful, joyful self. So let me know what card you picked today. 1, 2, or 3. Did it resonate with you? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And if you like this, I'll keep doing this. I think this is really fun. I'll keep sharing some cards. If you're looking for other tools to support you at this time, support you on your journey of looking within, connecting with your own intuition, your own gifts, your own inner magic, I do deep dive activation human design readings. I am selling my deck on Etsy. You can check out my sessions, my courses, and my mindful products and offerings at my website, afreespiritlife.com. And reach out to me. I love hearing your stories. And if you have a deck, you can use the hashtag your true nature and share your cards of the day with your friends and family. Thanks for being here. I adore you, and I will see you next time. Bye.